Now, Donald Trump's campaign is continuing to unravel based on his latest attacks of the family of a U.S. soldier who was tragically killed in Iraq. Now, sources inside the Trump campaign who are unidentified are saying that they are getting increasingly frustrated that Trump is not attacking Hillary Clinton, but instead seems to be focused on smearing Khizr Khan, the father of Captain Humayun Khan, who was killed in 2004, while saving his fellow soldiers and civilians from a attempted suicide bomber. Now, the source says of Donald Trump, Trump is getting, quote, nuttier and nuttier. Well, no kidding. Look, I've known for a while that Trump's nuttier than squirrel shit. And I've been saying that on this show all the time. Now the Republicans, now his advisors, the people in this campaign are finally catching on to that fact. Have they been missing for the past, I don't know, year? Where have they been? Were their brains turned off? Or did they think that this was an act? No. Donald Trump is fucking nuts. He's mental. Okay? Or at least a lot of people are beginning to question his mental state. His own book writer that ghost wrote his book said if I could go back and rename that book, I would call it The Sociopath. Look, that says all you need to really say about Donald Trump, but there's more. One Trump operative told the Washington Post, quote, I did not think he'd be great in a general election and thought there'd be episodes of paranoia / irrationality. But this is surprising for me. It's like, I knew this guy was crazy, right? But holy shit, man, I didn't really think he was bonkers. Really? You didn't think that he was bonkers before? I mean, not that crazy. Yeah, I mean, I thought he was nuts, but not that nuts. Come on. Maybe we underestimated his insanity. Great. Now, according to CNN, a knowledgeable Republican source told them that some of Trump's campaign staff, even campaign manager Paul Manafort, feel like they are wasting their time. Well, that would be kind of an accurate description. I mean, look, telling Trump to not talk about women bleeding from their wherever, right? It's got to be like, I don't know, like herding cats or something, or more aptly, pushing a giant boulder up a hill. You don't know when that boulder is going to roll up on your face, but you know it's coming. You're not going to get it up that hill. And look, and that's why this next quote from a different source seems like it could be even more true. CNBC's John Harwood quoted this source as saying, quote, Manafort not challenging Trump anymore. Mailing it in. Staff, suicidal. You've got to be kidding me. Yes, that's a... I don't know if that's a real quote. Because we don't know who that source is. These are unidentified sources. But man, if this is true, oh, this is wonderful. Now, two more sources close to the Trump campaign said privately that they wish that Trump would just apologize to the Gold Star family. Just get it over with. Stop attacking that guy. Their son died fighting for America in Iraq. Let him go. Leave him alone. Leave Britney alone. Leave her alone. Okay? Like, stop. This man, Humayun Khan, Captain Khan, was an American hero. He saved civilians and fellow soldiers. And yet Trump's going on about it. Yeah, you know what? In my America, I still wouldn't let him in. Oh, and by the way, Khizr Khan, Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah, I heard it somewhere. Yeah, some people were saying, that's the reports that I heard. The same thing, Ghazala Khan, I mean, she couldn't talk because, that's just the reports I was hearing. You're hearing reports from shitty places. I'm just saying. Where are you getting these reports from? Like Drudge Report? Glenn Beck? Oh, no, wait, they hate each other. Never mind. Sorry, Glenn, you can go back on your gyroscope now. Seriously, though, this is insanity. This is craziness, okay? But there's more. One of the sources who has spoken on Trump's behalf said Trump should go further than just apologize to the Gold Star family and apologize to all military families. So, Trump, apologize. Really? You think that's going to happen? That ain't going to happen. Now look, this sounds bad for the Trump campaign, okay? The whole fact that they seem to be unraveling right before our eyes. However, Trump campaign spokesman Jason Miller, who was part of the Trump campaign, obviously, since he's the manager or spokesman, insisted that the campaign is going strong. He said, quote, "The idea that Paul Manafort is mailing it in is completely erroneous. It's erroneous, let me tell you. They're not mailing it in, that's erroneous." Okay. Our campaign just finished up our strongest month of fundraising to date. We're adding talented and experienced staffers on a daily basis, and Mr. Trump's turning out bigger, more enthusiastic crowds than Hillary Clinton ever could. Well, look, that last part might be right. I don't really see all that much enthusiasm for Hillary Clinton. I'm just saying. For somebody who's a, Bernie Sanders supporter, who's not really on board with Clinton, for many reasons, I can honestly say that yes, Trump has turned out more crowds of especially angry white people than Hillary Clinton has turned out anyone else. I'm just saying, her rally's not all that full of enthusiastic people. They're small rallies. They're bad, small, pathetic, as Donald Trump would say. Anyway, look, there's also truth to the statement where Donald Trump has raised lots of money. He raised about $80 million. Damn, dude. Now, that's not nearly as much as Hillary Clinton, but look, he doesn't need all that much money because he continues to get more free airtime than any candidate could ever ask for, while it seems like Hillary Clinton, except for the whole Fox News interview, which I think was a strange choice on her part, she's essentially hid from the media. Like, she's not giving interviews. She's not out there, putting on some rather lackluster rallies. But she's not giving interviews to the press. Not very many. Where Trump, dude, he's getting all that free airtime. He's sucking it up. He comes and drinks your milkshake, man. He loves the media. And the media, like, as much as the media goes after him, they're actually helping him a lot by giving him that free airtime. It seems like the more time we spend in the media going after Trump, the more popular he gets. Maybe we should stop covering so much. No, of course not. I'm kidding, of course. We should actually stop covering so much. But he's a major presidential candidate. It's not like we can ignore him at this point. I'm just saying. Now, as far as his staff, right, Jason Miller, his comments kind of remind me of that comic. You know, the comic with the dog inside of the burning house? You know, where he's like, this is fine. Yeah, that's that campaign. That's what it seems like, anyway. Now, NBC News' Ali Vitali, which, by the way, is an awesome name, shared Harwood's tweet adding that a Trump campaign source told her that his information was, quote, all true, adding that it was way worse than people realize. Look, man, if it's true that Paul Manafort has stopped trying to rein in Trump, you know what? That actually might help him with his supporters. Wait a minute here. What do you mean, Jeff? Well, there's a part in a CNN article that I've actually found very interesting. And it says that, quote, two Trump insiders said Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus has talked to Trump several times in recent days, conveying the dismay among senior party leaders and donors. It has been relayed to Trump that he is losing what tenuous support he has in the party establishment, and that already skeptical donors are heading for the exits or telling the senior team can't count on serious progress when he looks so toxic. But see, that's the thing. That's only going to help Donald Trump. Like, I don't know if you guys know this. In the media I'm talking to, right? People in CNN, the donors or its previous. I don't know if you guys know this, but the American people kind of don't like you. They hate big donors, and they especially hate the party establishment, especially on the right side of the aisle. In the Republican Party, they hate the establishment. They hate the Republican establishment. And over on the left, we just saw with the popularity of Bernie Sanders getting 46% of the vote, possibly more, because, look, we don't know the entire vote totals, after all. And there was a lot of disenfranchisement. You guys know the whole story. New York, California, Nevada, all these different issues. Arizona, Rhode Island, closing of the polling places. As I said, we've covered this a million times in the show, how there are some pretty sketchy results during the Democratic primary. There's a huge contingent on the left that also hates the big donors and the establishment. And the media doesn't understand. They don't get it, right? Now, if Trump, being Trump, manages to scare away donors and the establishment support, guess what? That's only going to help him with his base of people who are understandably pissed off at the system. They are. Now, this isn't because Trump's anti-establishment and that is chasing them away out of some sort of principle. No. This guy's running around like an idiot making fun of dead American soldiers. Remember when he told John McCain, I like it when when soldiers aren't captured. Oh, really? Great. This guy is a loose cannon. And yet, the mood of the country right now is so anti-establishment that this man, this idiot, this loose cannon, could blunder himself into the highest office of the land. This is what we've been warning about on this show for a year. That's why we said, don't nominate Hillary Clinton. She's not going to do well against Trump. She could win, but god damn it, it'd be way, way too close. Whereas Bernie Sanders consistently crushed him over and over and over. But yet, the Democratic Party nominated Hillary Clinton to go up against this guy who could very well blunder himself into victory in 2016. To the Democratic Party, I gotta ask, what have you done? What have you done?